Hi, welcome to my lightning talk for the NormConf. I'm going to talk about the night I accidentally killed a Kubernetes service and realized 3 days later. I am Lucila Stancato, a senior search engineer at Tumblr. I'm going to talk about what happened on the night of August 16, 2022. Around 8:30 p.m., an incident started, and about 1 hour and a half later, it was solved. The thing is that 3 days later, my team lead asked if I remember killing a Flink job during that incident. Well, I didn't remember killing a Flink job, but it was possible that I did. So I checked the history of my command line and I confessed that I did find the command line where I did kill that Flink job. So, what was that Flink job all about? We use that pipeline to store post impressions on Redis, on cache, and we use it to avoid showing the same post over and over to users. Why we didn't realize the service was down for 3 days? Well, a combination of factors. Um, we monitor the read error rate on that service, and the service stores data on Redis. The data was still there, but it was not getting updated. And because we were not monitoring the write error rate, we never realized that we were not writing any new data until someone just realized that something was not working. What happened during the incident? This is my horror story. A critical service goes down, making other services fail too. Some of those services are the ones that my team supports, and I was on call that night. So I hear a lovely tune on my phone that goes like this. Okay, it's not my fault, but I still have to bring these services back up and get them working again. I acknowledge the pages on my phone and I start working on the failures one by one. So each of these services has a runbook for this type of failures. And this is the runbook that I had for one of those services. It had one link to the graphs monitoring the service. I go and I confirm that the service was not working properly. And the only instruction that I had was delete the problematic pod and let Kubernetes restart a new one. And another note saying, if after restarting the service, the insert rate is still not back to normal levels, contact search backend team, which is my team. Okay, delete the problematic node. First, I need to find which one and then kill it. So I don't Google or go to Stack Overflow or go to the Kubernetes documentation. I just use Control R to go through previously used command lines and I start typing kubectl to find how to list pods so that I can just list them and see which one is the one affected by this service so that I can kill it. So apparently, my history included how to kill another unrelated service, the Flink pipeline, and instead of using Control-C to not use that command line that kills the service, I must have hit enter and just kill it. Mystery solved. That's how I killed the Flink job. So these are my tips for a good runbook and avoid these things happening again. A runbook is probably going to be used by someone who didn't build the service you have to bring back to life. The runbook must be specific and include a step-by-step guide, including command lines that you can just copy-paste and not have to Google or search for how to do those steps. It should include references to monitoring graphs or where to search for error logs and make a better diagnosis of what's happening. It should avoid things like everything should look good after you run these steps. It should be very specific in terms of what looks good mean. Give examples. If the charts should be above some acceptable levels or instructions on how to see that the levels are back to normal, like go back to 3 hours before the incident started and see that the levels are the same, or the system will take about half an hour to recover. Give specific instructions so that someone who is not super familiar with the service can actually go and fix it. So that was it for my lightning talk for the NormConf. Thank you for watching, and I'm once again asking to write good runbooks.